So hello guys, how are you guys doing? Uh, it's literally 5 a.m. in the morning where I am, so hopefully I don't mess up my words here. But anyway, so UFC 300 has officially had three fights announced, with Yuri Prohaska, Alexander Rakic, Cody Brundage versus Bo Nickel, and Aljamain Sterling versus Calvin Kattar. So I thought I would break down the fights I want to see on the UFC 300 main event. Now these fights are realistic fights in my opinion. So I'm trying to keep these fights as realistic as possible. So without further ado, I have a list here written down in my notes. So I'll explain why I have these fights. So before, don't click off with this first fight, okay? Because I know UFC 300 is going to be crazy. So don't click off. This fight has a reason for why I'm putting this on the main card. So just listen to my rationale first before you go clicking off or anything. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video. But anyway, so Kayakara France versus Manel Cup. You're probably thinking, this is UFC 300. This card needs to feel crazy. Why would you put that fight on there? Well, actually, no, two words. Based Cape. Okay. So you're probably wondering, what do I mean by that? Manel Cape absolutely fucking hates Kayakara France. Hates him with a passion. He called him the gamer word, one of the gamer words, called him a bundle of sticks. Obviously, Kaikara France didn't take too kindly to that. They have some big time beef, okay? They fucking hate each other. I know Manel Cape has a fight in January, but that's 4 months before this event. Like, that's plenty of time. Like, come on, that is plenty of time for Manel Cape to turn around, get in there, fight Kaikara France. The beef is there. There's going to be trash talk. Manel Cape will sell this fight. People will go, why is this fight on the card? This fight will sell. Firstly, Manel Cape will do a good job where everyone will care about this fight. Second of, the fight's just going to be good. It's going to be a fun fight. Like, Manel Cape, always in fun fights. Kaikara France, always in fun fights. You clash them styles together. That it's going to be an absolute banger. It's going to be a banger. So that's why I have Kaikara France versus Manel Cape. My next fight, Charles Oliveira versus Arman Sarukian. Okay. Now I know Arman Sarukian is not really the funnest fighter in the world, but this fight will be guaranteed to be a banger just because of Charles Oliveira's style. His forward motion, he's aggressive off his back. I know he clearly got dominated by Islam Makhachev, but he actually neutralized all offense Islam Makhachev did on the ground. Like, he did neutralize it. Same thing he did against Benil Dariush. I think he can neutralize Arman Sarukian if he gets him down, and I think he can get back to his feet. And then that's where it gets interesting. Who knows? Maybe Arman Sarukian shoots in too aggressively, gets his fucking neck wrapped up, gets guillotined. Who knows? There's plenty of options for Charles Oliveira to get a victory here. And also, Arman Sarukian could go in there and KO Charles Oliveira. So it's like a really good stylistic clash. Charles Oliveira is a big name. You get Charles Oliveira on a card, people are going to tune in. He is one of the biggest draws. People underestimate the drawing power of Charles Oliveira. So that's why I got him as the second fight on UFC 300. I know maybe this card doesn't sound the craziest, but this is just, I'm trying to keep it realistic. Obviously, I could have like, fucking Ngannou versus John Jones on there, and I could, obviously John Jones can't even come back in that time frame, and Francis Ngannou's in the PFL. So I'm just trying to keep this one a bit realistic. The next fight I have is the feature fight, which is going to be 5 rounds. It's going to be a 5 rounder, in my opinion. It's going to be Justin Gaethje defending his BMF, defending the BMF championship. They'll have to market it that way, just so it'll sound better, bigger, badder. But Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway, 5 rounds for the BMF championship, as they'll want to word it. I mean, do I even have to explain this fight? Like, seriously, everybody knows this fight would be absolutely fucking nuts. Justin Gaethje, he's always in crazy fights. Max Holloway, he's always in crazy fights. Their stylistic clash, it's going to be Justin Gaethje booting the fucking legs into Max Holloway. Max Holloway, coming on strong, forward move. Like, who's going to take the back step in this fight? Like, this will be a crazy fight. Max Holloway is known for his iron chin. Maybe he gets cracked in this fight. Maybe he somehow comes back and gets comeback win over Justin Gaethje. The fact I'm already assuming that Justin Gaethje is going to go in there and beat the shit out of him just says how fun of a fight this is going to be. This is going to be a back and forth war, or it could be really depressing and it could look like Justin Gaethje, Tony Ferguson. But we got to take risks in this game. So I mean, the fight just sells itself. That is a big fight. That's big enough for UFC 300. I've seen people say, like, I don't know, people's expectations for UFC 300. I feel like you're a bit extreme. Like, what the fuck are they going to do? But anyway, I got Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Like, that's just guaranteed excitement. Like, how is it not? Uh, Now the next fight may be a bit unrealistic, but I think if you offer this man UFC 300, he's gonna come back. So Israel Adesanya, he's been talking about how he wants to come back 2027, 2026, whenever it was. Obviously, he's trolling a little bit there. He doesn't literally mean that. He's just, trying to get headlines and everything. But I feel like if you offer him UFC 300, he's gonna come back. And I think the perfect fight for Israel Adesanya is Israel Adesanya. This is going to be 5 rounds too, by the way. Israel Adesanya versus Hamza Chimaev. I think this is a big fight. Maybe it's going to be hard with Ramadan, but I'm pretty sure Hamza Chimaev has fought in Ramadan before, so I don't think it would be unrealistic. Actually, maybe I should check when Ramadan is. Uh, I'm pretty sure he has fought in Ramadan before, though. No. Oh, no, no. So he'll be out of Ramadan as well. So okay, that's perfect. Matches up well. So yeah, it'll be past Ramadan. So I'd like to see this. I think this would be a good fight. There's beef there. They hate each other. Israel Adesanya has called him rat lip. Hamzat says, "I'll run through skinny boy. I run through skinny boy. Smash him, smash him. I'll smash him easy. Fucking." Uh, so I think that would be a good fight. I think it'd be a good fight. It's a big fight. Israel Adesanya is one of the biggest stars in the UFC. Like the fact you're getting Charles Oliveira, you're getting Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway, and you're getting Hamza Chimaev, Israel Adesanya. Like these are big names. And Manel Cape. I think Manel Cape could actually be a really big star. So like these are all really good options right now for this UFC 300 card. But obviously, this is just the co-main event. What is going to be the main event? What's the biggest star of them all? Obviously, how could you not have a main event? Like, if there's not going to be a title fight, this is the biggest fight you could do. It's going to be the notorious Conor McGregor. Wearing my McGregor jumper here. I'm not even the biggest McGregor fanboy or anything, but he makes some good jumpers. It's actually very comfy. I'm very nice and warm. But anyway, it's going to be Conor McGregor versus Iron Michael Chandler. We got to give it to him. We got to give Michael Chandler his fight, okay? If Michael Chandler doesn't get this fucking championship fight and he just wastes a year of his career, he's an older man. He wastes a year of his career not doing anything. He might go on a fucking rampage. He might just go around fucking beating the shit out of random civilians in the street. So for the sake of the residents of Florida, just the whole state, not even just a particular city, just the whole state, we need to give Michael Chandler this fight. He's just going to go around fucking king hitting people, fucking butchering them all in the face. So can we just please, for the love of God, give Michael Chandler this fight? Because I'm worried what that guy would fucking do if he doesn't get his fucking red panty night. He might fucking go on an actual rampage. But yeah, it just makes sense, right? Conor McGregor, biggest star in the sport, instant million buys. He'll sell the fight. Maybe he goes back and forth with Gaethje at the press conference. Maybe Hamzat goes at him. I know there's a big weight class difference, but this would be a welterweight, so it'll only be a weight class between them. There's just plenty of all these stars at the same press conference. It's just there to make like a big press conference moment. It just would. Like Manel Cape is crazy. And also factor in Manel Cape went at Kai Kara France. He'll go at Israel Adesanya again because Israel Adesanya will stick his nose in there like he did last time, to stick up for his boy, which respect, he's sticking up for his boy. But I think that's a possibility there. You get another viral moment with Manel Cape, and people are going to be like, fuck, man, this Manel Cape guy, he's fearless. Like, he's going at the middleweight, former middleweight champion. Like, I don't know. There's so many viral moments you can get around this fight card. It adds everything together, it builds it up. Like, there'll be so many viral moments. People will all be talking about this card with all these fights. Charles Oliveira might have a back and forth moment with Conor McGregor, obviously with his translator. Arman Sarukian might be going at Conor McGregor. Like, Michael Chandler might be going at Arma Sarukian, et cetera, et cetera. There's just so much back and forth banter you could get at the press conference for this. So I think this would be a great idea. This is my main card. Obviously, like I say, I could go real unrealistic with it, but I want to keep this as realistic as possible, just because I want there to be a chance, like a little bit of a chance. I get this correct. I doubt it. They'll probably do something crazier. Like I would have like Nate Diaz, Dustin Poirier, something like that on there, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So I just wanted to keep it realistic. So maybe they add a crazier fight, but I just wanted to keep it within reason. Because like obviously I could go like a UFC 300 card, and it's like fucking, for instance, like I already mentioned it before. It could be Ngannou versus Jones. It could be Nate Diaz versus Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor versus Habib 2. It could be like crazy fights like that, but it has to be within reason. But anyway, yeah, that's my UFC 300 main card. The prelims would obviously be stacked as fuck as well, but yeah, that's all I've got for the main card. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on my hypothetical UFC 300 main card. But yeah, I do appreciate it. Make sure you leave a like, uh, subscribe, put on the notifications, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching, and bye. Adios.